It's time now for the Feature Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, December 21st, 2016. Good morning and afternoon, buddy. I am Peter Wiggins here. It's 11 a.m. here on this Wednesday morning, December 21st, 2016. We got a temperature of 33 degrees here not near today. Time will be 43 here on the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news on this Wednesday morning. We'll go to the Wednesday afternoon. Top story is in Berlin where German police found that man for a Tunisian asylum seeker whose identity papers were found inside the truck used in this week's Taylor Salon at the Berlin Christmas market, two senior law enforcement officials said on Wednesday. When he was a kid, Rosie Gaudapos Sanchez, who goes by the name of Doc Paratechner, would hear the boom of fireworks in the streets of Tullebeck, Mexico, and imagine it was a sign of a Mr. Kid. An excited giant creature as fireworks charged the map to a Mexico town where Paratechner now and after two deaths. Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton defeated Republican candidate Donald Trump in a popular vote by nearly 3 million votes according to the final count. Delta released a statement Wednesday after YouTube star was famous for its hoaxes posted a video on social media accusing the airline of discrimination if you spoken there about a kind of flight. Washington, home buying activity increased in November for a third straight month at the strongest sales pace in the early decade by the rise in prices and mortgage rates could have strained sales ended in 2017. Kremlin says that almost all communication channels in the U.S. are forced to include the RIA. London, the European governments can require internet companies to retain data. It's between the European Union's top court said Wednesday that will that could complicate their efforts to expand surveillance powers. London and the Queen and her husband are both suffering from heavy cold and postponed Christmas travel plans when they recuperated, Rio spokesman said on Wednesday. An ambulance arrives at the scene of a gunfire with police in which three suspect militants were killed in South Tenerife, Brenton province near Jakarta, Indonesia, on Wednesday. The photo taken by entire photo. Pirate, the latest in a development of related to the conflict in Syria, a 7-year-old girl from Syria's Motherland Intruder county name of life in besieged eastern Aleppo, met Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The North Carolina legislature began a special session Wednesday morning to vote on the repeal of a controversial state law, but doesn't include which way the vote will go. Few Americans were put to death this year in any other time over the last 4 decades, according to the study. The new law considers a 20-year downward trend in U.S. capital punishment, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. In early December, Representative Bill Forrest made what it seemed like an obvious devastation of a room full of conservatives at a conference in Washington. The families of 3 men killed at Orlando's Pulse Gate nightclub that sued Twitter Incorporated, Alphabet Incorporated, and Google and Facebook Incorporated in the federal court, accusing companies of providing material support to the self-radicalized gunmen. Now go Japan. The U.S. forces Japan and announced the formal sitting of the Summit of Authority and organized Japan while protesters remain unimpressed. Senator Del Chao of Venezuela, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has agreed to gradually reopen the country's border with Colombia after closing down the travel and anti-mafia efforts. So, North Korean and deployment of submarine launched ballistic missiles will become more visible in the near future, according to the South Korean defense official. Raqqa, Syria, a U.S.-backed military said it was reached that U.S. raiders have received a large area of territory in the defense of the liberate Raqqa from the Islamic State. Austin, Texas, state health officials obviously kicked off one period of the Texas Medicaid program. Washington, Hookland is receiving new. Oh, we already did that. We're in Massachusetts. The second in Massachusetts twins who pleaded guilty to hundreds of thousands of dollars from government agencies that provide an analysis of psychological services has been sentenced to jail. The state attorney general's office says 52-year-old Nina Guzman was sentenced last week to 18 months in jail and 5 years probation in order to pay $570,000 restitution. The Burlington woman pleaded guilty to Medicaid false claims while claiming to be public agencies, law city, and unlicensed practice of psychology. Now, oil prices were pulled from competing factors Wednesday with indications of fading supply side issues in the U.S. market but balance and production growth for overseas. Washington, federal transportation officials are investigating fare costs of vehicles for possible factory shifters that can cause railways. Washington, Raytheon has received $64.6 million contract to perform technical and support services for several naval anti-ship weapons operated by the U.S. Navy. Moscow, only when crude oil markets are balanced out of the second half of the next year can major players start taking about market recovery, Russia oil minister said. Denver, Connecticut, Procter and Lind AG, leaders in the specialty gas industry with a combined market value of $66.6 million agreed to the merger, Procter announced. Washington, Rolls-Royce has received $407.7 million contract modification to perform Michigan energy maintenance support for V-22 Osprey aircraft. Looking at the stocks now is down 16.68 points at 9957.94. SP5 down 3.31 points at 2,267.57, and Nasdaq down 6.11 points at 5,467.83. Its ongoing more supported development to boost countries' budget by 20 billion euros of purpose like rescue the bank and Malta, the Pesky, the Siena, the SBA, and other troubled lenders. Spain's economy probably maintained a pace this quarter supplied by resilient international demand and job creation, the country's central bank said. FedEx Corporation fell in the most in almost 6 months after profited of an air freight pioneer took it from the rise of the investment and complementary business. Ground delivery. Here comes the cold in the dock. The winter solstice to show today the year, and the northern hemisphere occurs early Wednesday morning. Scientists use synthetic leaf to produce drugs. Researchers in Switzerland use a laser camera about antimatter to figure out why the universe is dominated by matter. Doctors from Harvard have treating suggested the same in 3,000 lives each year. Make sure all season your citizens, one but also are treated by female doctors. Inovio Pharmaceuticals Incorporated said an experimental Zika vaccine induced robust immune response in an early stage study in human volunteers that have not been infected with the virus. Peter Chell News Time is now 11:06 on this December 21st on a Wednesday, and it is time now for a New England Indoors Report. There's 2 alerts. In River, Massachusetts, water main breakout near Washington Square. 10-inch water main affected. Water serving may be affected with the following streets and nearby streets: Crescent Avenue, Crest Avenue, and Breast Street Avenue. Further reports to follow as the situation develops. And a non-primary frame at Massachusetts at 158 Union Avenue. Handgun shown. Mass State Police K9 assisted as well as air wing blackmail suspect wanted. Peter Chell News Time is 11:07, and it's time now for a spot report. Tonight, the North Lancers hockey team will be at Framingham taking on National Caucus. Game time, 7 o'clock. Jose Aldo is expected to fight for interim LW at UFC 209. And AJ Green, Gino Atkins, put to the Pro Bowl. Peter Chell News Time is now 11:07 on this Wednesday morning, going on a Wednesday afternoon. Time now for Travel and Transit Report. Let's start your MBTA, where on the subway system it's SL4 still on the Spruce Mountain, Minor Lanes, and SL4 due to traffic. Commuter rail, Franklin train 940 outbound is terminated 4 sales. Train 7 11 a.m. outbound will be the next outbound train. Franklin train 712 10:55 a.m. from Forest Park is canceled. Train 714 12 p.m. from Forest Park will be in the next inbound train. And Franklin train 705 9:40 a.m. outbound is being assisted to Forest Park through and mechanical collision on 56 minutes behind schedule. Providence train 809 10:25 outbound is operated 5-10 minutes behind schedule between Ruggles and Providence due to train traffic. And on the ferry day on Lincoln, okay, I was in my ways of New England. 95 is southbound side is backed up from Fairfield all the way down to Stanford. Merritt Parkway eastbound side backed up after Route 8 in Bridgeport. 95 on the northbound side, Lowell West Haven. 95 southbound side back on the Guilford stretch. 84 westbound side is backed on the Newtown stretch. 84 eastbound side backed up with the Waterbury stretch. 84 westbound side backed on the downtown Hartford. 190 on the northbound side is backed on the West Burleson stretch. 95 on the northbound side backed up to 610 connector in Providence. 610 connector is backed up from 6 to 95. Route 3 on the northbound side, back to 220, Rockland Way to Derby Street and Hingham. Southern Expressway, both ends back to the Dorchester stretch, Southeast Expressway. Backed up all the way down South Station in Boston. 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up just around Route 9 in Wellesley. Mass Market to the eastbound side, backed up on the Austin Branch Tolls. 93 on the northbound side, backed up 128 out in Kenton. 120 southbound side is backed up from the Redden stretch. 120 northbound side, backed up around Route 93 in Boston. Redden. 495 southbound side, backed around Littleton. 93 southbound side, backed up to 213 Methuen, and 495 southbound side, backed around Route 97 in Averill. And I was in both ways of Vermont, North Carolina, Lincoln, on 8789. Southbound side is backed up after the Canadian border up in upstate New York and Vermont. And Fountain Spur on 80 eastbound side, it is backed up between the main turnpike and 295. Peter Childers time is 11:09 on this for Wednesday morning, and it's time now for a weather report here. And Looking at radar, and it shows some spotty snow showers. Northeast of Rutherford, Maine, and some spotty snow showers from south of North Elba, straight over to Messina, New York. And some spotty snow showers south of the Montreal area, and some spotty snow showers in eastern part of Quebec, the Atlantic, through Quebec City and west St. And some snow sleeting and rain showers from central portions of Nova Scotia and the northeastern portions of Nova Scotia and western portions of Prince Edward Island. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, sun's got about 40 degrees. West about 6 to 8 miles an hour. For tonight, increased clouds will low about 28 degrees. Light variable wind for Thursday, jet rain, snow shower before noon, and a jet rain snows between noon and 3 p.m. Cloud skies go up coming. Most of the sun's got about 40 degrees. Coming in southwest about 5 miles in the afternoon. Chest rate to 30%. Little known skirmish expected Thursday night. Most coast about 27 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. For Friday, sunny podcast about 41, about 29 degrees. West wind about 6 miles an hour. For Saturday, rain likely in before 2 p.m. Mostly clouds about 44 degrees and chest rate to 6%. Sorry, podcast about 29 degrees. Christmas Day, sunny podcast about 43, about 27 degrees. Monday, jet to showers. Put the center of the most clouds about 42, about 35 degrees and chest rate to 35%. And for Tuesday, jet to showers. Put the center about 49 degrees. Chest rate to 30%. In Taunton, it's 36 degrees. The first guys. Out in Norton here, it is first skies, and we have a temperature of 32 degrees, and in Mansfield, it is 35 degrees, and Norton at 34. And that's me for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this, December 21st, 2016 on a Wednesday. I'm Peter, so you have a good afternoon here, and I hope you have a good day. Have a good afternoon and goodbye today, too, dear.